What's up, man? It's your boy Profit Dinero, man. Make sure y'all tune in live, man, to Tallahassee Hip Hop, man. We here, man. Make sure you go on Instagram and hit that follow button, man. We going up this year, man. 19 to 2020, we out here. Thanks.
Having that pack ain't where it's at. Put your city on the map and leave that bitch behind your back. Cause them niggas gon' start hating all of a sudden. And if they can't find you, they make examples out your cousin. What the going on with niggas? Something wrong with niggas. You make that cake and can't feel safe in your own home with niggas. But if you can't stay out that place, then you belong with niggas. And you gon' raise that little baby to be a grown nigga. Supposedly, we all should be destined for the same fate. Trying to impress all these niggas just the same face. Bigger guns, bigger whip, we in the same
the meat you want, like mid-well, medium, well done.
Well done.
Well done, you got it, man, of course. All right, thanks guys, be right back.
All right.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Family, you know what it is.
Yes, sir.
This is Hip Hop Tallahassee. We are downtown. And I'm with one of the movers and shakers of the city. The one and only Profit Dinero.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
you know, this man been down with Hip Hop Tallahassee. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Let me say it this way. It seemed to me, Prophet. Let me back it up a little bit. It seemed to me, I don't know if this is a strategy of yours, or you know, it is just what it is. You have a way of making people either love you or not liking you, which I think in a way is good, because if your music not doing that, then you have to question your music, because that means you're not really gaining a solid fan base or something.
Right.
And so is that a strategy? Or is that just the way it, or is it not correct? Is my assessment wrong?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a strategy. It's just I got a passion for my music. You know what I'm saying? It's like but I also have a passion for reality. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like I go my hardest to get my best in reality, but I also go my hardest to get my best. I go my hardest and get my best with my music, but I also go my hardest and get my best with reality. And it's like, if I'm giving you my best in reality, I'm expecting you to give me your best back. So it's just like, if I'm giving you my best and I see a flaw, I should better call you out on that flaw without you getting upset, because I'm giving you my best. So why should it feel, or why should you feel any type of way if I can call that flaw out, versus if you call a flaw out on me? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I look at it as if you help me construct me. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people can't take constructive criticism. You feel what I'm saying? As far as the music part, it's just like, if it's something you love, you're gonna give it your best. You feel what I'm saying? No matter what it is. No matter whether if it's a love song, a club song, a trap song, you feel what I'm saying? Like your whole point is, whatever level you aiming at, you're trying to pull that crowd closest to you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just pretty much
you on the same stuff, we not the same, bro. I really pain, bro. Where you hang, bro? Y'all niggas lame, bro. From up top, grinding non-stop, don't stop. Harlem street work, we rock. Even sleep with them blocks. Beat niggas out, don't be box. Stomp you out in Reeboks. Free JT to heat. JSM, they D-Line. Touch more bricks than Reeboks. Trust legit,
another side of you, trying to get a little more information about you. What's your Tallahassee story like? So, born and raised here?
Born and raised right here, man. Right here in Tallahassee. Most of my life was spent on the north side of town, for the Joe Louis area, Basin Street area, Alabama Street. I've been doing music since I was about 10 years old. You know just staying consistent, man. Staying consistent, staying down.
How did you get introduced to that? Were you had some siblings or some friends into it first? Or?
To be honest, it was a group in my neighborhood by the name of 211 Boys.
Shout out to 211 Boys. Wherever y'all at.
To be honest with you, like,
that's what's up.
I used to just, as a kid, I used to see them like making moves. Like, they'll come perform at like the teen clubs and stuff like that. And I used to say like, I wanted to be me one day. Like, And then it went from them performing at the teen clubs to like me starting to see them at like the adult clubs, you know what I'm saying? Like just, of course I hadn't started rapping then, but it's like, I seen them like gradually moving up with it, you feel what I'm saying? But eventually, you know, things happen. They groups separated, a few people went to prison, you know what I'm saying, that type of stuff. But to be honest with you, it was 211 boys and a guy by the name of Jacquez Smith. And like if you listen to the One Up song I actually did with T-Pain, I actually say Jock name in the song. I was like,
it's a shame my own city hate to see me shine. Bitch, I'm focused on these millions, we need every dime. Nappy boy to the death, I'm talking dotted lines. Got everybody looking froze like a broken spine. Knew my time was coming, all it took was patience. Actions speak louder than words, so now they really hating. Business over bullshit when we at the occasion. And you know we bought them chips like a trip to Vegas. Made it out the hood, but still love tie. 1700 forever, RP the job. Made a vow to my son that I would never stop. And if I ever got a chance, I would never flop.
That fourth half seems like it's a lot of talent. I see, I think Nario the Don, Tarantino, shout out to them. Wow, so in what way, at what point did you start saying, okay, I might could do something with this? Like, so when did you record your first song? What was that experience like? When did you start taking it serious? Like, you saw,
honestly,
like...
I started taking music serious when I was like 12 years old, bro.
Really?
12 years old. I used to go to the Boys and Girls Club. Then it was a guy there by the name of Mr. Benjamin, and I had like a neighborhood friend named Geek. Whatever. A lot of people know about me and Geek. We had a label called Bama Entertainment as well.
Oh, I saw an old tape, a video.
So
you had a roster and all that, right? Yeah.
So we we used to just go to the Boys and Girls Club like and rap a lot. You feel what I'm saying? And one of the employees used to work at the Boys and Girls Club. You know what I'm saying? He heard us rap one day and he really like took it upon himself to like, you know what? I'm gonna start taking y'all to the studio, y'all. Like, do y'all know any studios? Cause you know we kids, we ain't really have no way, no means of transportation and stuff like
in
that.
your hometown, you know, grown? Cause last time you was here, you had some complaints.
You know what, man? I've seen a lot of people. I've not concentrated on love and hate, you know, from the city, because it's always going to be a mixed thing. A lot of people that, you know, came up with me are not going to be happy if I am. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a part of it. And I've accepted that as just a thing. And, you know, I've seen a lot of people, and my wife sent me a tweet from a guy last night that was like, man, I love Tallahassee, but I see why T-Pain left. And it's like really, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my guy, Profit Dinero. He's a rapper out of the city. He's doing a lot and he's trying to promote himself, but you know, there's texts and emails going around saying don't support this guy. He thinks he's hot just because T-Pain reposted his video. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, it's like real
That's
big.
a crazy reason
it's real big people that could really help him get on. You know what I'm saying? And people that, you know, a lot of people that even say they put me on.
We recorded our very first mixtape. It was probably about, like I said, about 12, 13 years old. And I remember to this day, that same mixtape we recorded, like the guy, Mr. Benjamin, who I was telling you about, he actually took us over to T-Pain house off of Ridge Road. Yeah. And I actually handed T-Pain a copy of that mixtape way back then.
Wow.
Like, and like, to actually be in this position right now today, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's crazy. It's a crazy experience. You feel what I'm saying? To know, like, way back then, I took this man this mixtape, and here it is, almost 15, 20 years later. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that was way before.
From a small town called Tallahassee, where everybody hate each other, man, this shit hilarious. Take a trip to Miami, think they been to Paris. Say she loves C&K, I took the bitch to Harris. Only city in the state with no strip clubs, so we slide through the hood to get. And if you ain't got a bag, man, that shit soft. Lame niggas plus swag, now your bitch took. They say them jits growing fast, keep a hammer on them. And everywhere you turn around, they got bandanas on them. And niggas wonder why them crackers got them cameras on us. Cause every day we on that corner like the fucking owner. And these niggas don't get it, content with being a statistic, not knowing that they terrific. A child of God and they get that, who manifest in the spirit. Just pay attention and hear it. Face it but never fear it. Any pain he can cure it. Still screaming free my nigga Geek.
T-Pain dropped that mixtape that blew up? Sprung?
That was before he blew.
Okay.
Yeah. That was before he even blew.
Man, I always say that mixtape that Sprung, the one he had out in the city, it was actually better than the one they put out on the Jive Records. Yeah. It sounded better and everything, man. It's amazing, man. Man, that's crazy. So, speaking of that, you know, a lot of people, they want to know. Speaking of the T-Pain record, you know, how did that go down? Like, how did that go down? You know, did you have to pay a bag? You know, as they always say.
Nah, I ain't got to pay no bag.
You know,
to be honest with you.
What can you tell the people about that? Because people, you know, a lot of artists want to know, like, how Profit got on with T-Pain.
Right.
What can you share with them?
To be honest with you, I just woke up one morning and I was just like, I woke up one morning and someone was just telling me, like, just try a different outlet when it comes to my music. You know what I'm saying? I was already buzzing on Facebook. I was already buzzing on Instagram. You know
was that from the record Tallahassee Love you speaking of, or something?
Yeah, with Tallahassee Love. I mean, just period, like with my music, period. Okay. And honestly, like, I had seen, like, Tariq Knockout do, like, little certain stuff on Twitter, to be honest with you. Like, I see him make the, like, little viral posters where he might say something about a burger and tag a restaurant. And I'm like,
okay, shouts out to Tariq.
Yeah, shout out to Tariq, man. Mr. Local Rapper, man. That's my dude. So, man, I used to just see that, and then, like, one day I was just like, man, you know what, man? Like, you need to share Tallahassee Love on Twitter and tag T-Pain in it. And I did it. And probably, like, 3 hours after I did it, I was just scrolling through my phone, and I seen I had some notifications from Twitter. And I'm like, I never posted nothing on Twitter, so I wonder where these notifications coming from. So, I checked it out, and I seen, like, a retweet, and it was like, T-Pain retweeted your video, retweeted your link. And I'm like,
wow.
Okay. Right, so I go and look into it because, you know, you got a lot of fake pages out there.
Yeah.
So when I went and looked at it, I went and looked at, like, the actual T-Pain page it was, and it had over, like, I think it was over, like, 1 million, 2.1 million followers or something like that. I know it had over 1 million followers. And I was like, wow, this can't be no fake page with no million followers like this. I don't think so. You feel what I'm saying? So then it went from that to him actually, like, jumping on my DM and was like, add me on Twitter, bro. Feel what I'm saying? So I added him on Twitter. Feel what I'm saying? And went from there, we went to talking business, like talking about business, and then, like, probably like a couple months later, a month later at the most. Feel what I'm saying? Like, out of nowhere, like, he hit me up on Instagram. They told me to hit him up, and I FaceTimed him, and it pretty much went from there.
Wow. So, social media. Social media and good music.
Social media and good music led me.
Did he remember you from, like, childhood days?
I never even mentioned it to him.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? That's just always something that just stuck with me. But
right.
Like I said, the guy Geek who I used to do music with, like, I'm pretty sure he probably sitting. You feel what I'm saying? Because he not here with us right now. You know what I'm saying? He caught a little time, but I'm pretty sure sometimes he sit down and was like, that's crazy. Like, we actually did a mixtape together and actually took it to this man and had this man, for him to be the same one to come back, to turn around and reach out to open this door for me. It's like, it's a blessing. You feel what I'm saying? It's a blessing. It's almost like confirmation. You feel what I'm saying? So,
man, that's what's up. What do you, if you had to give them some type of advice on how to get a record hot?
My personal advice would be creating your own sound, creating your own lane, focusing on your sound, your craft, and your movement. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, that's what I did. Like, it was that.
I told myself, no matter what, you can't never give up. Reach for the stars and pray to God and watch him level you up. To all the snakes in my yard, just know I'm getting the grass cut. And I ain't never going broke because I'm putting cash up. So if I ever do fall, I swear I'm getting back up. Winter, spring, summer, fall, I'm never going backwards. Gotta get this shit my all in every second that's left. So I'ma sprint instead of jog until I run out of breath.
I just wanna show my people that we really can make it. Put all your pleasure to the side, get on your grind and go chase it. Had some skeletons inside, decided it's time I face them. Had to leave a few behind, but I never replace them. But they'll never understand the sacrifices I made. So I embrace the hate, I'm kinda getting used to the shade. I stood up on my own, don't nothing make me afraid, except the thought of dying and not knowing my family's straight.
I pray, I say, Lord, help my road. Yeah. I pray, I say, Lord, help my road. Yeah.
The leadership music that I've been putting out versus who I used to be with, it was a shock to a lot of people. You feel what I'm saying?
Wait, so how has music played a part in this? And you like you can reflect, because I can hear in a lot of your music like you really connected with your songs, and I think artists who do that put them to another level. Yes. Because like your music, you can actually tell that you're not just singing a song. It's like it's a part of you, you know. Right. And I think that's that creates longevity in music. You know, like Tallahassee Love, which we gotta talk about, man.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Right now.
I mean, everybody, I mean, that is a monster song. I mean, that's a monster song. And I think it can, that people outside of Tallahassee can enjoy that record as well. You don't have to be from Tallahassee.
Don't so money roll, same ski-lo. Stay to yourself, don't let me hit you with the Rico. Same nigga still posted at West House. We used to pray for crumbs, now we got a bread house. RP my nigga Rover, hate you dead now. Them niggas took your life, look at them, they scared now. And I mean every motherfucking word, emphasis on every noun, every bird. When the crown since birth, I was born to be a king. You can keep the earthly things, I don't want your diamond rings. Not impressed by your chains, for the love, not the fame. Made a bow to the game, I would never sell my soul for a motherfucking thing.
At the time when I wrote Tallahassee, it was just like, it's a lot of competition here in Tallahassee. Whether it be artist to artist, or DJ to DJ, or DJ to artist, or artist to promoter, or however you look at it, it's a lot of competition. So at that time, it was like, I knew I was putting out good content, you feel what I'm saying? But it was like, and people was telling me, oh, it's good content, oh, that's good work, but you'll never share it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you'll never put nobody else on it. So that further lets me know, like.
So now it's like, you know, you're not supporting like you said you was gonna support the city, but you don't, you know, you sending around emails saying don't support this guy. You don't want to go through it because he'll text you a lot if you text him.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The man trying to promote himself. That's just how it is. But, you know, it's always your hometown, man. It's never anywhere else. People that don't know your struggle will hate you the most. Will love you the most. And people that know how much you struggle, like, I did the same thing. I went through the same thing. I was at your house when you went through that. You just should have took me. That don't matter. Did you work with me? Did you, like, help? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, man. I totally understand, because I would be acting the same way if I was still there.
It could be one or two things. It's either, and like I said, I'm pretty much black and white. I'm not hard to read. It's either you love it or you don't. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like when you tell me you love my music but you're not sharing it. You feel what I'm saying? It's like a love-hate situation. You feel what I'm saying? And that's when I came up with Tallahassee Love, because in Tallahassee, a lot of people say they love you, but at heart they really hate you. You feel what I'm saying? They not hating you because you're doing something negative. They hating you because you're doing something that they haven't figured out how to get to that level, or how to get to the point to where you're at. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of them coming to you and be like, hey bro, can you help me in this way and help me in this way? Yeah. Like in Tallahassee, people don't ask for advice. They'll just rather hate on you or badmouth you or talk about you just because you know something that they don't know, or you know someone that they don't know. You feel what I'm saying? And
that's kind of that mentality I was saying about trying to have one up on somebody.
Right.
And that's really, again, you know, that's a Western concept. And, you know, a lot of us, especially as I say Asiatic men, they're so-called black men,
yes, sir.
Is that we already got a war going on within our communities. And so when we roll in that mentality, we're defeating ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so getting back to that, Tallahassee Love is coming from a place of pain then.
Yeah. That's really, Tallahassee Love is basically Tallahassee Pain, basically. Like.
Yeah, that's what I feel that. Yeah. And then, but at the same time, it looked like to me you're still saying, but I love you, Tallahassee.
I do, because Tallahassee made me who I am.
Yeah. But I got pain.
Going hard for my city, but they still ain't fucking with me. Honestly, don't give a fuck, cause I ain't taking no one with me. Bitch, I do it cause I love it. It ain't nothing they can give me. I just wanna show them ain't no local rapper fucking with me. But off of that note, it's too late to join the wave. I done bought that boat. So now I just wait while I watch y'all float. Wish the best for your favorite rapper, fuck him, no. I don't need a co-signer, bitch, I know I'm dope. Every line I drop raw like I know that's dope. And long as I'm alive, then I know there's hope. Been to prison 3 times, I don't want that smoke. Dear God, I got a confession. I'm done committing sins, hope I make it to heaven. And even when I'm hurt, I take it as a blessing. It only gets greater, so I'm done with stress.
So it's like, if I'm getting on a track, if I know I got all these kids watching me, and I got all these people watching me, who I know I can be an influence on, what am I gaining not going to tell them to go kill this person or go kill that person? You feel what I'm saying? That person, that energy I'm putting out, them dollars I'm telling them to go kill, to keep them from furthering their career or even my career. You feel what I'm saying? So
some people don't really understand that energy factor. That's why
you can't put that type of energy out there in the world, because if you want good things and you put out bad energy, you're gonna receive bad energy. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you rapping on these songs, oh, I'm a killer, I'm a gangster, I'm this, I'm that. You just gotta be prepared for that when it comes. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's gonna be people out there who gonna test that what you're saying on them songs. You feel what I'm saying? And not that you're not on that or you're not about what you're saying, but what sense does it make to be out here chasing $1 million bags when you going to war with people who don't have $1,000 and they pocket because of something you said? You know what I'm saying? So,
deep right there.
Alright, so it's just, you just gotta think about it.
Gotta see through the haze. Gotta keep doing great. Everything gon' be straight.
Andrew.
Yes, sir. Love that.
Let's see what we got working here, man.
Orange is high as hell. Never thought I'd prevail. Studio time was high as hell. I was just clientele. They were just trying to sell. Music a grind for real. I be on mine for real. Yeah. Fuck dry the boat. Who wants more plug? I bit Palico. Who want more free for a year? Rated up, done got more sale. But chill, why no nigga won't hold
like being dirty. You know, I
keep going and don't keep give up. Keep going and don't keep give up. Keep going and don't keep give up.
People listen. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people call you out.
So you saying a lot of that was a reflection on, like, it sounds like you did a lot of reflection back on your life, and like that, and some of those things made you like, you look and say like, okay, this is what got me this result.
Right.
Man, maybe I need to change because that's not what I'm trying to get.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
That's
yes, sir.
That's real, man. Because hip hop Tallahassee, we try to encourage, no gunplay, no overly sexual content. It's hard. We some people be like, man, why you let this one, you repost that one, but you didn't. Hey, I just wanted to get into a little bit, which I think is outdated, but I gotta ask you,
yes, sir.
Profit, artist beef. What's up with that? I mean, what's the story behind your Tallahassee beef? You ain't got to name names, but is it real or is it just, what is it? Or somebody trying to get numbers? I mean, your opinion, of course.
My personal opinion, usually when I start a lot of stuff, it really be because I like a certain artist. And I really want to challenge them to see how far they can take their creativity versus how far I can take mine. So when I come out, artists, they don't necessarily be like, oh, I got a real beef with him, I want to run down and catch him out in the middle of the mall. But a lot of people don't know how to think on the level of marketing, you know what I'm saying, or business level, you feel what I'm saying? So they'll take it as, oh, you just called me out, you got me messed up. Not knowing that, if you actually listen to like some of the people who I got into it with, I don't come at them on like, don't know, like it's some real pressure, but when they respond, they get a side of me that they never seen. Feel what I'm saying? Because that's not a side I walk around in front with.
You don't got that, you feel me? Like, we just got us. We got Bama, and this is what we got. This is what we make our shit fire with right here, you feel me? No coaches, no nothing. Straight us, you feel
Hey
me?
man, all my shit comes from right here on the stroll. Everything I go through every day on this stroll, my nigga, I take that shit to the lab and put it on wax. You feel me? Right. And it's straight like that.
Walls of Tallahassee, you know what I'm saying? Because like, when I say the walls of Tallahassee, I look at the walls of Tallahassee as like the people who are in position to able to get you outside of these walls. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and there's a lot of people in this city that's in position to help you, but I put myself in a position to what's the word I'm looking for, to overcome those walls or exceed those walls without me actually having to face those walls face up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I was able to find a way to be able to go around them. You feel what I'm saying? Without having to deal with them hands on a personal level. You feel what I'm saying? And that just came from believing in myself, staying down, focusing on my work, my craft, my lane, my movement. So, like, I love it.
Wow.
I love it. And it's sad because it's like, and I think the reason I love it is because it's all I know, but I know it's better. You feel what I'm saying? I know it's a better way. I know it's a better route.
You can't never give up. Reach for the stars and pray to God and watch him level you up. To all the snakes in my yard, just know I'm getting the grass cut. And I ain't never going broke because I'm putting cash up. So if I ever do fall, I swear I'm getting back up. Winter, spring, summer, fall, I'm never going backwards. Gotta get this shit my all in every second that's left. So I'ma sprint instead of jog until I run out of breath. I just wanna show my people that we really can make it. Put all your pleasure to the side, get on your grind and go chase it. Had some skeletons inside, decided it's time I face them. Had to leave a few behind, but I never replace them. But they'll never understand the sacrifices I made. So I embrace the hate, I'm kinda getting used to the shade. I stood up on my own, don't nothing make me afraid, except the thought of dying and not knowing my family's straight.
I pray, I say, Lord, clear my road. I pray, I say, Lord, clear my road. I pray, I say, Lord, clear my road. I pray, I say, Lord, clear my road.
Are you saying there's some things you kind of moves you made you kind of regret, or you just looking back, you might have would have did it differently, or
I don't regret,
what you say, like,
I don't regret none of the moves I made.
Because it's really coming from a place you're really passionate about your music.
Right.
That's where it's really coming from. You know,
Definitely.
you're really passionate about your music, and at the end of the day, you're going to defend them.
Right,
you know?
right. I mean, I don't regret none of it. It's just, I feel like some moves I made, I probably would have avoided, but I don't regret them at all. I don't regret them, to be honest with you. A lot of people count me out, but I don't let it bother me because by the time they count me out, I already done counted myself in 10 times.
One last topic, and that's, of course, this whole notion, Profit Dinero don't work with nobody in the city.
That ain't true.
I mean, Hip Hop Tallahassee didn't find it to be true. Because we hit you up, you hit us right back. But where's this coming from? Where can you address that? And if so, can you tell people your business move? How can they, if somebody want to work with you, what's the best way to approach that?
First thing would be contacting my manager, Brandon McGee. Second thing would be have original music. And the third thing I would say, like, have a follow-up plan for the song after we create. You feel what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what it is. I mean.
So we got new music coming out. Any shows coming up? I know the last time I ran into you, you was over at Cat Family Records.
Right,
you did a show for them.
Right. I got some shows in Jacksonville, Tampa. I got a couple shows in Miami coming up. couple shows in Georgia coming up.
Okay. So they just need to stay tuned. What's the best way on your social media? How can they follow your moves?
Follow me on Instagram at @the_real_Profit Dinero. You can follow me on Facebook under Profit Dinero, or either my personal page, my Timothy Flowers page. You can follow me on Twitter at Profit Dinero 850. I guess whenever you see me.
They can never feel our pain. We just a rapper from the city, shield full of T-Pain. If I wasn't chasing millions, would they treat me the same? It's like a nigga gotta die for them to mention your name. It's a shame how they love you, but they hate you. It's fuck you now, but later on they need a favor. Acting like you ain't the one who here to save them. Till this day, loyalty is all I gave them.
For real.